Yes, Anjali. Please start the CSMB introduction.
Okay, am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's session. So as everyone know, Chamber for Advancement of Small and Medium Businesses works towards advancement of small and medium businesses across India. So our vision is to empower and to work closely with all the stakeholders for advancement of small, micro and medium businesses. Our vision is to make MSME more resilient and make them stronger backbone of Indian economy. Next, please. Okay, so our CSMB is led by our core leadership team is Chairman Dr. Prabodh Halde sir. He is having 28 plus years of experience in food industry. Then our President Mr. Nilesh Lele sir, Secretary General Mr. Umesh Kamre sir, and our Director Mr. Amod Sargaonkar sir. These are few of our social media links. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and LinkedIn as well. Every year we publish quarterly magazine known as Purna Brahma. It has 3 lakh plus reach online. Food Tech Pathshala is one of our e-learning platform which endeavor to bring quality and relevant information from the world of processed food, and it is basically designed for food tech professionals. We also arrange study tours for the students. These are some of our events which we organized and represented CSMB there. This is India International Dairy Expo. Then at AnuFood India 2022, Chamber for Advancement of Small and Medium Businesses was a core team organizer for organizing various conferences and expo. With CSMB with USEC led one-day seminar on soy food uses and businesses opportunities. These are our past few events which we did, like Food Startup, FIHI 2022 in Bengaluru, CSMB and Ramp Up Advisory LLP exclusively organized Fund Quest. It is like a Shark Tank India type of program where 6 startups pitched against 4 investors. Next, please. CSMB with MSME arranged Z certification awareness for MSME enterprises of Mumbai and Pune. Pitch to Folk event, we were organizing partner which held at Dubai. We also helped with organizing a seminar on California ingredients for food processing and packaging 2023. This was with US Consulate General Mumbai. A capacity building program was also happened. Next, please. Our Secretary General, Mr. Umesh Kamre sir, was invited to talk on MSME Symphony on News 18 Lokmat. We also arrange buyer-seller meet. If you are a member, if you take membership of CSMB, you can have various benefits. Next, please. We also arrange entrepreneurship awareness program. This was at MET Bandra. National Seminar for Business Development of MSME of Nandurbar district was arranged on 14th March this year, where various MSME people were invited. This was Gujarat Expo, where Fund Quest was arranged by CSMB. Almost 13 startups have pitched at this event. Next, please. With ATVAS, we arranged a socio-economic corridor for Jammu, Kashmir, Ladakh, and Maharashtra. This meeting was at our Mumbai office BKC. Next. These are some programs where CSMB represented India at national level. We recently signed an MOU with CMPL. This is Contract Manufacturing and Private Label Expo, happening 4th and 5th May. Please visit and join us, CSMB Pavilion. If you wish to register, you can contact us or our team. Last week, we have launched our new magazine known as Debabrata. It has inspirational stories of all specially able people. You can access this from our website given below, csmb.org.in. This is contact. If you wish to connect with us, you can directly connect with Mr. Nilesh Lele sir. So thank you so much. I urge everyone to take CSMB membership and enjoy the various benefits of it. Thank you so much. Over to you, Hema madam.
Thank you, Anjali. Today's speaker, Mr. Debabrata Das. I give a shortly introduction of sir. Das sir is the co-founder of ProPlant Foods Private Limited. His vision with ProPlant Foods was to innovate in the food and agriculture space and to create a positive impact through the same. He is a visionary leader and team builder, known for injecting creativity and a different perspective to how we can solve the challenges faced because of the current food systems. He is a food techno manager and spent time working on plant-based products with his team and went on to emerge victorious in the India Smart Protein Innovation Challenge by the Good Food Institute India. He also worked with GFI India team as a GFI India fellow and also EIR fellow at IIT Kanpur. Currently, team is based out of IIT Bombay and working on their innovation to disrupt the plant-based ecosystem in India. He believes in creating a sustainable world with higher food security and lesser environmental damage through their product line. Now I request to sir, please start the session.
Yeah, hi. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for organizing I think so. CSAMB team very much thankful for organizing the entire webinar and giving me the opportunity to share my experiences. So I will try to keep it very much brief and talk more around how exactly the journey of ProMeat started and how exactly we are doing. And then I talk about our mission and vision and the key learnings till date, so what exactly I learned, and simultaneously how exactly we grow our business using different government grants and benefits of different incubators. So basically, there's a misconception comes in the entire ecosystem is that to build any business you need money, but currently the status is something different. It needs innovation than the money. Like you'll get different government grants and different opportunities, which exactly you can use and you can get the benefit out of it, and you can make your own dream successful. So I will go one by one, and by that time, if anyone have any questions, feel free to ask, or you can put it in the chat box. So at the end of the session, we'll try to cover all the questions. And yeah, so pretty much. And any one of you can able to introduce yourself in the chat box so that we understand who all are there and what exactly you want to learn from me. So I'll try to cover briefly all the topics. Can you able to see my screen? Can you send a thumbs up quickly?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. So ProMeat is a plant-based meat company. So our main agenda and the main goal is to how exactly we can sustainably encounter our food supply chain. So basically what exactly is happening, for example, if I talk more about how this industry is growing and what's the need at this hour. So basically, for example, my age is 24. So for a 24-year guy, it takes me 24 years to build my entire body. So if I simply see how the chicken or any of the animal meat formats which exactly we are consuming, how much time it takes to grow them, it's basically within 14 days, a chicken make the market ready and be there in the market, and we mostly consume it. So how exactly they're doing it? They're basically putting a lot of antibiotics, and it basically, like, direct or indirectly, we are the only one who is consuming the entire antibodies, which is being like put it up in different formats of meat. So this is what exactly it's coming in. So the natural way of growing any forms of meat is around 1 to 2x, but the demand in the market is comes around like 10x, 12x. So there is a huge gap in the market. So how exactly we are tackling that? We are basically putting a lot of uh, like antibodies, and as well as it's basically disrupting the entire supply chain and the food supply chain, and we're going very, very unethical way. So that's what exactly we see the opportunity. And I got the concept from US. So in US, some companies already replicated in the beef format. So we try to develop something which is in the chicken format or in the mutton or in pork formats. So here's this entire team and the entire, and basically in the innovation side. So myself, Debabrata, I was the co-founder of ProMeat. And I also worked with GFI, GFN fellow. So with me, Pranjali is here. So she's a ex-Mondelez. And on the technical side, I have Dr. Prarav. So he's assistant professor at NIFTM. He's a meat faculty. And he helped us a lot in replicating the entire forms within the campus. And we have Ritesh Kumar, who is ex head of CIMEGA. So on the advisory panel, we have different members starting from Stephanie Downs, Chandas, and Vaibhav Lodha. So they're basically putting a lot of advisory roles in our entire company. So if I talk about the meat industry, as I already told you, it's basically very unsustainable. And why exactly we consume? It's basically more of the protein need which is coming in, and as well as the environmental damage, which we are very easily able to see. Like wherever there is a pork farm or there is a chicken farm, so it basically produces a lot of CO2, and it like from government side and everyone says that we shouldn't live very much nearby to that places, so that it basically affect us a lot in healthier way. So you also imply with different sustainability goals. So why sustainability goals is basically the UN come up with different roles which exactly we can save our planet and as well. So the key main problem with the current meat industry is basically a lot of antibiotics and hormones which is putting it up, and we want taste and nutrition, and then the mainly the climate change which is coming in. So why exactly plant-based meat is the required of the time is basically it can serve the same thing in a sustainable way. So how exactly it's possible? I just give you some glimpse. But by that time, plant-based meats, and we can able to cure in a way that it's 0%. We don't use any preservatives, and it's totally zero cholesterol, zero trans fat, with high protein and high in fiber, and we will give the exact taste and the umami in the same which you get in meat formats. So market opportunity is currently growing very rapidly, as you all know. And in India, also, you can able to see brands like Shakahari, Blue Tribe, a lot of brands coming in India as well. So whom exactly we are targeting? We're targeting the meat lovers or like in the flexitarian market, because flexitarian, India is mostly flexitarian. We are not like a hardcore non-vegetarian diet or like diet we mostly follow. And we're targeting different age groups of 18 to 35 mainly. So some of the value propositions, we're trying to give more and more nutrition. We use very simple and core ingredient, moong, pea, and soy as our three key ingredients. And it's a totally clean label product with 100% vegan with 12 months of shelf life. So these are some of the packagings of our product. So now how exactly it's possible? So the entire technology calls extrusion line. So two formats you can able to do. One is extrusion and one is normal like dough based product which you can do. So now I try to emphasize more on our journey so that you can able to relate very easily when exactly we started and what are the key challenges we faced and how we overcome it, and now the amount of things we are doing at this point of time. So the entire journey started when I was in my third year during my BTech days. So during that time, I got to know about this concept around 2018, 19. And I just got amazed how exactly it's possible. Then I ordered some of the product from outside and imported the product and tried the products. while going through it, I got amazed by seeing how it's possible and how they can able to get the same texture and the umaminess in the product. So I tried Impossible and Beyond at the time, like around 2019-20 at that range. And then I started developing the product within my campus. And then I also got an opportunity to work with JFI India. So I was working with them as a JFI India fellow for around 8-9 months. So during that time, I got connected to a lot of ingredient companies, to manufacturers. And I also we developed a certain prototype in the lab itself, in the university lab. And we proposed it in the GFI India Summit and we won that competition. So when we won, we got around 1 lakh. So from 1 lakh, we got around 70-80,000 because after the TDS, so we got the money back. So that amount basically helped us to start developing the product and take it to the commercial level. So while doing so, we proposed our same product in international challenge called Food Tech Summit, which is conducted by Unilever. So we won that challenge, and when we won, we got incubated by ProVeg. So ProVeg put some grant amount, which is around 18 lakhs at that time. So with this, both of the grants, we got good amount of money to start doing our R&D work to take the product at a commercial scale. So for the commercial scale, we need some support. Then ProVeg backed us initially, and simultaneously we got backed by Unilever as well. So then to do some commercial trials, we mostly doing it from Niftam to take the product at the commercial scale. When we developed the product at a commercial scale, then we took it to different restaurant chains and cafes and to chef to understand what their feedbacks are and how they are loving it. So we keep on developing the product at that time. And so during that time, we need more money to take the product to market. So where exactly we can get. So I was going through a lot of government grants, how to exactly avail that. So Government of India don't put money directly to any of the company. So they do through different TBIs. So I try to figure it out who's the current TBI and where exactly I can get the more grants. So then I urged to IIT Kanpur as a TBI. Then I got incubate my company there. So while incubating, I got Startup India Seed Fund. And while doing so, then IIT Bombay approached us to be with them as well. So during that time, I got Startup India Seed Fund, which is around 20 lakhs. Then simultaneously, I got Nidhi SSS. So Nidhi SSS is basically, they give the grant when you want to make the product to the commercial scale. So I will go through all the grants and how exactly you can avail that in a later stage. But I just wanted to try to relate where exactly which grant helped me to take the product to the next level and which can help any company to make their vision successful in the market. And currently we launched our product and we are operating in B2B in different restaurants and the cafes in Bombay. And simultaneously, we also represented India in G20 summit last year, so which is happened in Indonesia, Bali. So this is what exactly we are. So this is exactly how we try to make the things available within the market and take different government grants and use it in a different way. So I just wanted to go one by one, like how exactly the different grants helped me in that way. So if any one of you can able to tell me like how much exactly the amount I got at a different scale. So I already talked about different grants, how exactly I availed it. So can you able to guess any numbers, like how much amount currently we had only from government grant without diluting any company's money, company's equity? So just give me some numbers and later on I can able to talk more about it. So availability of government, I just go through different schemes which is already available and you can very easily able to access it from Government of India site. But I listed down a lot of the things here and also I have a different list. So for example, if you have your own product ready, then you can easily go for Startup India Seed Fund. So it can easily give you around 20 to 50 lakhs. So with that amount, we can take your product from the commercial scale to the market, so basically at a larger scale. Then one more thing I understood is that to get any grant, you first need to understand where exactly the grant is coming from. For example, some grants are there which is only focused into agriculture. Some grants are only focused more into electrical or technology side. Some grants are available mostly into biotech. So whenever you are applying for any of the grant, you just need to be very focused and understand that your company or your vision, what exactly you are doing, need to be molded in some way that where exactly the fund is coming, you can able to relate that. For example, I applied for different agriculture grants. So as a company, we are not exactly benefiting agriculture in a direct way, but indirectly way, like we are we are like using a lot of soy and different other products. So I try to mold my company as a like as a vision, how exactly I benefit different farmers. So then I got eligible and get different grants of agriculture business grants as well. So that basically helps you to get like give your horizon in a larger way so that you can able to access electrical grants or you can able to access agriculture grant. So it depends from company to company. So for us, agriculture is the very easy and simpler way to move forward. And simultaneously, we have biotech funds. So biotech funds are being given by BIREC. I'll just talk more about it on coming slides. So here is basically BIREC. They give you, there's a program called Big Grant, which you can take around for 50 lakhs. And eventually there, one more grant is called BIREC Seed. So in that, they can easily fund from 30 lakhs to around 1 crore. So there's a lot of different avenues of getting different funds. And these are some of the government agencies. You just to understand key where like in which sector your company relate to which department, and accordingly you can move. So key benefits is basically in different grants, you don't need to dilute anything. It's basically a government of India is putting bet on you so that you can able to make yourself like make some changes, and you don't need to dilute anything from your company. So how to apply? It's basically some grants are there, which is like individually you can apply. For example, Nidhi EIR. So it's basically from graduates, those who graduate like for example, I graduated 2021. So I need at least some amount of money in my bank account or like monthly basis so that I can able to sustain for at least 1 year. So there is a scheme called EIR. So entrepreneurship in residence. So they give 30,000 per month for 12 months. So that you can able to avail individually. You don't need to have your own startup, but that fund you can able to avail individually. And after that, you can go for different RKVY Raftar grants, which comes around 5 to 25 lakhs. And also simultaneously, you can go for Startup India or different schemes, which you need to apply via incubator and registering your company. So this is the main procedure we need to follow. These are some of the ministries. I will share this presentations with all of you. You can very easily able to go through the grants which is available. And this presentation was also available in website, but very few people know how they can able to avail it, because government of India is giving that amount of sort of benefits, but we don't know how to avail it basically. So for DST, so direct science and technology related startups can directly go for Nidhi Prayas. They give around 10 lakh rupees initial product development. Then you can go for the COVID. This is not exactly now it's happening. Nidhi Accelerator program is also there. You can able to get around 30 lakhs. Nidhi SSS, this start from 30 to 1 crore. So up to that amount of fund you can able to get in DST. DIPP is basically just for registration. And with this registration, if you have DIPP registration, you can apply for Startup India Seed Fund grant, which I already talked about. So it starts from 20 lakhs to 1 crore. So that you can able to get. Mostly it goes around 20 to 30 lakhs they mostly give via. So the startup need to be not more than 3 years. So within 3 years, you need to avail this entire scheme. And while applying for this, you can also get 50 lakhs of loan at a very nominal, basically interest rate. So around 4 to 5% they ask for, and you can get around 50 lakhs in the follow-up fund. So then come the CSR fund. So it's basically scheme to scheme. And one more thing I learned is basically one thing we very easily need to understand where exactly the big funds are going. So for example, if there is a sector which goes around 1,000 crore of investments are coming in, and some sector which is coming around 10 crore, it's very easy to get a small pie in 1,000 crore sector. So you can able to very easily get a small pie. And how to get into that sector is basically you need to mold your startup in a way. Like for example, now a lot of sustainability talks are going on, and CSR and all the companies are putting a lot of effort to go sustainable and try to help sustainable startup or the MSMEs, so that you can easily able to get that fund. And those who have MSME registration, they can easily get around like 15 to 20 lakhs with different CSR funds. So that is also available. You just need to keep on applying to different schemes. After incubation, it's very simple. It's basically to incubate yourself. So for example, if you develop something in your product line, then you can use their labs and you can use their space as well. So this is basically for technology-based startups. Those who are into electrical or IT-based startups, they get different grants from different departments. So this is basically department-wise bifurcations are there. Seed B grant is also there. Seed B now coming up with their own investments, which is only specific to MSME. So they are, I think they give around 1 crore to 4 CR of funding in companies as a convertible note. And simultaneously, they also give some grants and loans to different MSME and small sector startups or MSME groups. So a lot of things are happening, and I will definitely ask any one of you, those who are going for any like registering your own startup, definitely go for MSME certifications. It has different avenues and different benefits at different stages. Then companies like us in biotechnology, they get all these sort of grants. So EU UVA is one. Then you can got big grant, which is like big has two different programs. So they give around 1 in 20 lakhs, 1 is 50 lakhs. Then there is one program called SBIRI. So it's for small business innovation. So they basically focus totally on IP based funds. Then you get incubator fund that is called Birex Seed. So this Birex Seed comes from 30 lakhs to around 1 CR. So different grants you have, you just need to like be very specific at what time which you need to like apply. So in our case, it's something different. So in 2021 we started, I understood one thing is that if there is no money in my bank account, I can't able to run the startup and I need my team to be there. So how is it I can get that? I took on intern and I asked him, I like trained him how to apply. And I asked him to just keep on applying all the grants which is available within the which is like we can able to apply. Then we keep on applying different grants and we like so at the time we don't know exactly if which grant there is a way of applying different grants at different stages. So we keep on applying all the grants without looking after like which stage we can able to get this grant. But eventually we miss some of the grants which we can able to avail. For example, Nidhi Prayas. If you get Nidhi SSS, then you can't get Nidhi Prayas. So Nidhi Prayas is 10 lakhs, then you can go for 30 lakhs or more than 80 to 1 crore on Nidhi SSS. So we miss that opportunity. There are different grants which comes at one by one. So first will come Nidhi EIR, 30,000 per month. Then comes agriculture grant, which start from 5 to 25 lakhs. Then comes Nidhi grant, which is Nidhi Prayas, which is 10 lakhs, which is like if you have an initial prototype, and if you want this prototype to be finalized in a refined way, then you can able to get the grant without making any revenue. When you make a revenue, then you can go for Nidhi SSS, which comes with a later stage fund, which is comes around 32, more than 30 lakhs. So this is what exactly it comes around. So then you have NABARD. So NABARD is also helping a lot of startups now. I know some of my friends who are working on the food sector and they're getting very big grants from NABARD. So you just need to like apply through a DPR you need to make, and you can apply region wise. So every state have different sort of grants available and with some specific sectors. So you need to focus more on in Northeast, it's basically on the agriculture in food sector, also in organic farming. So they are putting a lot of funds into the organic farming and different capacity building work in the agriculture sector. So I think in Maharashtra, it will be something different. So every states have different schemes which they are basically going through. And then you can get the Mudra loan. That is also very easy. We didn't apply for it, but those who want to set up their own plant, they can able to go for this Mudra loan, as well as there is one more scheme called PMFME. So in which you can get around 65 to 70,000, 65 to 75% subsidy on the equipment setup which you need to put on. I already covered the BIREC. So for example, those who only want to go into research, they don't want to do business, they don't want to register their company, they don't want to go for more into like business propositions. Then they have the BIREC research scholar schemes, which is basically, for example, if you have an idea, if you want to like go more deep into it, then what exactly the mistakes we do? If we have an idea, we start like register a company, then we start doing the R&D. So then we can't able to avail these schemes. For example, if I have an idea, I want to like do more and more more and more in-depth development of the product, I can go for spurs or different direct grants, which is available just for research work. We don't need to like register a company. But after that, registering a company, we can go for big and different grants. So you can able to access both the grants at a like stage by stage. So so for this, you can directly comes under any research universities, which is available, and they can, and you can able to access the grant. And with that grant, you can do your own research work and the field work. So I already covered Government of India putting a lot of money in that all the different schemes. I will share this PPT with you. You can able to very easily go through it, and you can able understand how you can get benefit by getting into different schemes. So this is exactly what I was about to cover. So understanding the different schemes. So mainly that's the key elements, because we think that without money we can't able to do. So till date, I didn't ask any money from my family. Till date, I didn't ask any money from any debt or any loans. So whatever I have done till now, it's only and only basis of government grants. So I took the product from lab to at a commercial scale, and now we are doing small amount of business. And now also we are trying to get different grants which is available. I know there is some pros and cons. So the pros are basically you are not liable of getting giving back the money. You are not feeling very headache, and there is no much of basically pressure to do the things. But yeah, some cons are is basically it takes longer time, because if you apply for any grant, it takes time to take the entire grant to a next scale, because due diligence, the fund release and everything, it takes around 4 to 5 years, like 4 to 5 months of time to get the funds into your account. So there are some pros and cons in both the ways. But if you take investments money, it's basically accelerate your journey, but it give you different stage of pressure to pull up, because now we are ready to take the different investors money. But initially, as I was in my university, now just passing it out, so I can't able to go more into different basically investors to give me money and I do my entire business. So this is what exactly we do. So there's some of the recent events we mostly took part in. We go for public events as well as different events which comes around within Delhi and Mumbai. And we also showcase our product in a startup, Invest India and the Startup India, wherever the events comes and going around. So if I talk more about key learnings, so my key learnings first is cash is king. So if I have money in my bank account, so that is, it gives confidence, confidence to your team as well as within you. If you can't able to have good amount of money in your bank account, then it's very difficult to do the things in a way. Very easy to like talk around is that without money you can do a lot of things and you just follow passion. Yeah, passion is required, but I think money is also required simultaneously. So can able to do your passion in a good way, and it gives confidence to your team as well. And lot of startups like founders it's a myth. Basically, you need to have a lot of finance knowledge. You need to have a lot of understanding about finance, how can able to manage the funds and all. One thing I understood, nothing is there. It is simply you need to understand cash in and cash out. Like if you see the Marwadis, they are not the like very good at accounting, but they know exactly how to manage the money, and they simply focus on cash in and cash out. So I also focus the same thing. And cash in and cash out. If my cash is coming in and agar minus karke, if cash out is less and if I have certain amount of money, then it's basically business we are doing. If not, then there is no business. It's very simple. And self-motivation is definitely required, because with entrepreneurship journey is a bit alone. Like it basically it's tough to move alone in sometimes, but definitely you need good amount of motivation or driving force, which you can keep on doing the same thing resiliently, and also believe yourself and in your team, because team is there which you need, like they will support you and you need to support them as well. And I believe like the university is at the best time to do certain innovation, to do some risk. So why is basically you have free resources. So for example, when I was doing my entire work, if I do the same thing outside, it cost me a lot of money than whatever I have used in like very nominal amount of money to do the things in my university. And while doing so, you don't have any risk, and there is no one to question you like what exactly you are doing. So I think university is the best time. And now also I take different team members from the same university so that I can able to access different equipment which is available within different universities. So for example, if I need to develop something, if I need NIFTIM access or like any of the universities access, so I need to go through a lot of documentations. I need to give the entire project to the consultancy, then they will do the entire work for me. But I need to do in a lesser time and a lesser funds. So that's a different way of moving forward. I know it's not ethical, but as a startup, we need to be very, very jugaad format, and accordingly we can do the work and we're going to get the access. So some of the things we keep on following that. And I think university days are the best time. In later also a stage you can do, but it comes with different avenues I'm not explored yet, but yeah, in coming days, I may able to experience that as well. And key benefits are benefits of networking and building relations with the industry is very, very essential. So what I used to do during my like second year, so I used to like, as I was in Delhi, lot of CII events used to happen in Delhi. So to get the access, I need to pay around 4 to 5,000 rupees just to get the entry in that entire event. So what I used to do is I used to ask my HOD and I directly send a mail to the organizing team. As a NIFTIM, we can able to get the access because government have some quota where exactly you can able to access different events on their packages. So I used to go there. Then in first 1-2 meetings, everyone asked for cards. So at that time I don't have any card. So I make a simple white card where I put my name and number. And whenever I go, I try to meet them in different people. I try to collect different cards and start building my own network. And simultaneously, one more thing I understood is that whenever I go to meeting any big people, so to get the card, to get the connection is very difficult. So what I used to do, when like for example, Mondlay's Southeast Asia head was there and other people are talking, and I just go and I talk to him and I just give my card. So at that time, he can't able to refuse because many people are just around. He mostly try to give you the card as well. So in that way, you can able to build a network. Just a simple way. I'm talking about my second year time, but afterwards I keep on going. I build my network in a larger extent. So I think this is really very, very crucial and very, very required to do any business or to do your things in a larger way. Because to be successful, I think we need like someone to hold our hand and to pull us up. So I think networking is the only way you can able to get that access. So this is what exactly I try to cover. If you have any questions, anything to ask, and feel free to ask anything. I'm very open to answer any of your questions. And you can reach out to us. We are also like taking different team members. We're expanding our team as well. And you can definitely contact in the given below contact numbers. Thank you so much.
Participants, do you have any questions? Please type your question in the chat box or unmute yourself and ask the question.
Mr. Das, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Yes.
Can you recommend any specific schemes for healthcare startups? I'm in healthcare.
So first I need to understand.
Primarily, I'm looking for grants, development grant.
Yeah. So first I need to understand one thing is like what exactly you are doing in the health in health aspects. So for mostly medical device, if you are a hardware company, then your schemes will be very different. And if you're a software company, then
It's a mix of both actually, kit plus instrument.
okay. Then for this also you can get different direct grants you can able to access, and there's some electrical grants. I can able to give a list. You can go through it. But for initial development, you don't need to be very specific with the grants. You can get around 30 to 40 lakhs using small grants, and you can able to build your stuff in certain way. When your product is ready to go to market, then you can access for different Nidhi grants. So in Nidhi, you can get good amount of money.
Okay.
So one by one you can go. Don't go like don't jump. What exactly we have done the mistake. Go with the smaller funds first, and eventually you can go for a bigger funds.
Right. Thank you.
But it depends on a stage. Yeah. Thank you so much. Any other questions?
We received one question in
Okay, can you ask?
chat
Please?
box. In chat box. Grants are against promise to continue. What is it?
Okay, I also couldn't understand. If you're asking like what exactly we need to give promise to get the grants, is basically government is betting on you. So if you can use in a good way, then it's better. You can able to pay back the amount as well. But you don't have the liability to pay back the amount. It's basically a grant. You don't need to comply with any legal compliances. For exactly, you can't able to like you need to repay the entire money. So you can able to use it in your own way. But there are certain plans. So in tranche wise, they will give you the grants. So while you're completing each of the achievements, then they will keep on releasing the different tranches in different way. So for example, if they will give you 20 lakhs, they will give you 8 plus 8 plus 4 like that. You mentioned TBI. Can you please explain a bit more? So how exactly it works? So basically, Government of India has 1,000 crore, for example, 1,000 crore fund, and they want to release to different startups. So they can able to do that. So they make different TBI. So TBIs are the small incubators, which is like certified incubators to release the funds. For example, Sign from IIT Bombay, first from IIT Kanpur, then all the different universities now have big amount of grants which they can able to release. For example, CCAMP in Bangalore, then IIT Delhi also have different incubators. So via incubator, you can able to apply to different schemes, and via that only you can able to get the funds in your account. So you can't able to directly apply and get the grant. But some grants are there which is you can able to get directly from central government, which is like Startup India Seed Fund. But for that also you need to nominate any of the incubators, like 3 nomination you need to give, and then they will select any of the incubator to like basically do all your due diligence, to look your startup, to do the validations, to do each and everything they will do on the execution level. And you just need to like do your work and whatever the plans you have given. So this is how exactly it works. Any other questions?
One more question. How do I avail grants for agri-waste related new product startup? From Jitnasa.
Yeah. So hi. So on agriculture, it's so in agriculture, what exactly you are doing that exactly it matters. So if there is no innovation, then you can definitely go for RKVY Raftar grants. So in which first they will give you 5 to 10 lakhs for initial prototype development if you want to do something in agriculture. And then when you're making small revenues, if there is a no tech, then I'm talking about, then you can able to get 25 to 30 lakhs. So starting from 25 lakhs, the scheme called Shakar, and there are other schemes. So every incubator has different schemes, but it basically comes under RKV Raftar. So you can able to check 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs, then from 10 lakhs to 25 lakhs. So there is schemes for that, for agriculture specifically. And other schemes also you can able to avail. Startup India, there is no sector wise bifurcations. Anyone can apply Startup India, which gives around 20 lakhs to 30 lakhs rupees. And Nidhi grants are also open. There is no sector agnostic. They are basically open to apply for anyone. But for BIREC, something different. It's basically on mostly on the biotech side. I hope you can able to understand. Like, if you have any questions, you can ask. Contact details, I think team can able to share. Or should I share in the chat box?
Yes.
Anything else? If you have any question, anything, you can very easily ask. So currently we are leading a team of around 8 members, 8 to 10 members. And we are going with the government grants and different schemes. You can get some international schemes as well. It depends like what sector you are working. The way we have did is basically we got incubator benefit. That is on the sustainability side they're focusing. There are some UN funds are also available if you are working on sustainability and other aspects. So you can able to avail some UN funds as well. But for that, the application is very lengthy. So you just need to be very patient and do the entire thing. Also, can you share the question? Yeah, I'm sharing the link in the chat box. You can able to access that. Any other question? Anything? I think everyone understood what I delivered. Okay. Have you applied for any patent? Okay, for patents also you have different schemes. So for patents, if you have DIPP registration, then you can able to avail the entire patent cost from Government of India side. So we processed and we get the benefit from Government of India side. So it also you can get different state benefits as well. So every state's, for example, Haryana is giving a lot of money for filing the patents and processing, starting from processing fee, lawyer fee, patent fee, everything they can able to give you. And if you have DIPP, then Government of India directly put the money for you. And now they come up with another schemes that different organizations, for example, Nestle, two different organizations, IIT, different educational institutes. If you do the entire R&D work there, then they can also file on behalf of you, giving all the rights. So that is also coming in. I just got the news, but it's there in the market. So you can able to apply that as well. I hope I can able to answer your question. If you have anything specific, you can ask. But yeah, we also filed IP for the same. And anyone, anything else? Okay, just tell me like how much amount of grant we got till now. Any numbers? I already asked, but no one answered. Any quickly? I just don't want to. Don't see how much you are active. Any ballpark number? Anything? बाप रे 2 CR होता तो फिर तो अभी कहीं और होता. Not that much. Okay, some good numbers coming in. So you can get around like 1.1 CR you can able to get. Some I know some startups, those already got 1.2 CR, 1.5 CR. So till 1 CR you can able to get funds if you are doing constantly applying for different schemes. And for biotech and agriculture, this amount of money you can get easily. So you can get around 1 CR, 1.5 CR easily. Not easily, it's basically you need to keep on resiliently applying for different schemes. I think this is pretty much. If you have any questions, you can ask, or else I'm good to give it to organizing team.
Okay. Since don't have any question, it's time to vote of thanks. On behalf of CSMB, I thank Mr. Das sir for his valuable time and excellent presentation. It was such an informative and interactive session, sir. Thank you all participants for joining. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. It was a
Thank you,
great
everyone.
presentation.
Yeah, thank you so much.